that is understanding that where you want to bring this. Now I'm going to bring through a lot of things that I found that helps, that encourages prosperity within your life. Is the first thing I found was we have to allow things to go and not really forgive completely, but we need to forgive ourselves. That was the first thing I had to do in my life to is forgive myself, to be able to be able to accept what was going on, to be able to accept. So I had to let go of it, let it go, forgive the people, the craziness that was going on in my life, and allow myself to move forward. Then I was able to accept, I was able to propel things into my life, but I had to forgive myself for for things that have happened to me and forgive others, forgive them. And and we never forget what they did, but we forgive them for their vibration so we as individuals can move on because it's our life. Because I have people in my life who always tell me, "Oh my God, Lou, this has happened to me," blah 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 blah, and they just keep playing the record, the vibration, the record within their life. They keep playing it. They keep playing the vibration. And then what you have to realize is that once you keep playing that record, it becomes this vibration within you. And you can't get past it. It just keeps playing. Whether you're talking about it or not, it's playing in the background. It just keeps the music keeps playing. So that's why we have to allow that to go, to reassess itself, to re-envision that. That's the first thing that we need to do in our lives. And then the next thing is more of affirmations, kind of connecting to a higher sense, a higher vibration, a higher connection. And that's doing through affirmations. And I have people say, "Well, I can't remember to do all my affirmations." Then I would just get some stick 'em post-its and put affirmations around the house. Put them on your bathroom mirror. Put them around the house. So every time you saw them, you just repeat them. You just keep repeating them. What you're doing is you're doing this clearing. You're doing this vibration of clearing the mind thought. So even though you've forgiven and you've allowed people to go off in somewhere else, it doesn't mean that you have completely let the junk out. It's still there. I notice when people I do readings for individuals and I do readings for them, a lot of people have stored their room, packed things in their boxes, packed things in their room. It's not because they've just decided that, oh my God, I need this stuff. A lot of people have packed things in their room but forgot to mark the boxes. So after a while, they forget what was ever in the box, but the box is still there. It's still laying in the room, still blocking a path or blocking a vibration. That's what we're doing the affirmations for, is to clear that box that we don't know about, that block in our vibration that we haven't been told about in our lives. We're trying to get rid of that, move that, rearrange that. You can do Ho'oponopono. I do that a lot. I do the I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I can do the Ho'oponopono. You can do there's other sayings that you can do. Ruiz is actually a book on the four agreements. He has another book out called the fifth agreement. But be impeccable with your word. That's the first agreement with Ruiz. To be impeccable with your word is mostly to allow yourself to be impeccable with your word, what you say to others. But it's not really that whole vibration of what you're saying to others. It's what you're telling yourself. What you're telling yourself subconsciously within your being. Well, you can tell your guides you want money, I want money, I want money. But that voice within your head is telling you, oh, you'll never get that. Well, you'll never achieve that. You'll never have that. That voice is playing that record in your vibration. That's the voice you need to care. You need to get clear of, the vibration to get clear of. Now, Catherine Ponder, she's got a lot of books out on prosperity, the dynamic laws of healing. A lot of books from Catherine Ponder actually give you a lot of information about about how to ask. Her information is a lot from like Unity, and Unity has a little bit of more of Christian situation going on with it, but the aspects of it, the vibration of it, Because I tell people, spiritualists, we're just all a bunch of Reformed Catholics and Christians and Methodists and Pentecostals. We're just Reformed. That's all. We're just still believe our beliefs within our lives, because if you were born Baptist, I still have Baptist beliefs. I was raised in a Baptist household. I was raised in a spiritualist household, a Catholic household. So still a lot of those beliefs are still part of my being. I didn't just get rid of them. I didn't just throw them out because I changed religions or I changed the vibration of my life. I still have them within my being. So that's still part of me. So I'm still going to have that idea of how things work. Like Catherine Ponder would be good books to get. Uh, and manifesting in your life, manifesting situations within your life, manifesting. And that's something that we should all do within our vibration is to try to manifest. And I tell people the Master Key System by Charles Haanel, 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 the Master Key System. You can download the whole situation on your audiobooks and listen to the books being read. But that gives you a good idea of how to attract also. But I'm just giving you little ideas of how to place information in front of you. When you're asking for spirit for things or asking to have things arrive in your vibration, the I am works a great, extremely positive with situations. I am healthy. I am prosperous. I am grateful. I am. You keep doing the I ams before what you asked for. I am. So you're already telling yourself that you are. I am. So you're telling that you already have it. And usually with prosperity, whether it's through health, through money, through relationships, situations in your life, you're telling yourself you're asking for it, but you're also visualizing or propelling itself within your being that it's already here. It's already part of your vibration. You're already spending the money. You're already perfectly healthy. You're already in a beautiful relationship. You already see it happening, not somewhere off in the future. I have clients that will write their little things down, put it over on their altar. They'll place that over on their altar, and they'll go over there and keep looking at it, always looking for it into the future. I tell them they put it on their table and do the hallelujahs every once in a while over it, but they're always visualizing it somewhere in the future. By taking it and allowing it to accept it, receive it, and let it go. What you're doing is you're writing on a piece of paper what you feel is best for you. What do you feel is best for you? What do you feel connects you to the prosperity within your life? Write down what you need. What do you need? Need $1 million? You need enough money to last you the rest. What do you personally feel like you need? That includes health, relationships. What do you personally need in your vibration? What do you need? And then what you do is you write that down, then write or better. You'll take better from spirit. You don't really know what's actually in your safe on the other side, but you kind of know that there's stuff there. And then you just fold the paper towards you because you personally accept it, and you just throw it away. By throwing it away, you've allowed your guides to understand, I need this. I need it now, though. I don't need it 20 years from now. I need it now. Then you throw it away, and then you pay attention. Pay attention to what's arriving in your life, what's being shown to you, what's arriving in the vibration for you. Because if somebody actually says, "Oh my God, I have this whole vibration, I have this whole connection in my life," figure out what your connection is. What is your personal connection to the spirit world? What kind of connection do you want? Now, we can go into mediumship and connection to health. But it's understanding when you start asking, who's going to help you? Do you know who your guides are? Do you know who is propelling the self towards you? Because you're wanting them to show you. if there's something in your being that you personally need to clear, that you need to re-envision, that you need to reassess within your vibration. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that strong connection of truly understanding what do you need. It's not being selfish. I tell people, not selfish. Most of us are on a journey in this lifetime, and we are on the journey in this lifetime explaining to ourselves why in the world are we there? Why in the world are we part of the vibration? Why? That's what we have to realize to our vibration is why are we into the vibration? Why are we connected to the vibration of the energy? Because the connection is the vibration is understanding your connection to where you are. So we have to realize that as we move forward in a connection, we have to realize that we are setting our goals of what we're looking for in our lives, understanding what we feel is best for us, what's best for our vibration. So the question is truly understanding where you personally need to be or what's going on in the vibration. Uh, so asking the vibration, the connection to who you are. So when you look at what's being propelled within your life, what are your guides trying to show you? What are they trying to give you? Do you get books like I mentioned, The Dynamic Laws of Healing by Catherine Ponder? I held up a book here on the thing. The Prosperity Laws by Catherine Ponder. The book by Handel for manifesting in your life. There's different things you can look at, but what works for the vibration? There's another book I got that I like quite a lot, and it's called Power Words. So it's called Power Words. And it's understanding what we tell ourselves, the power words to use within our being to attract situations within our life. So we have those. We have these books that you can look at and really got to get an idea of how they work for you. And I explain to people it's not what's the whole book. You don't have to take the whole situation and go, that's what I want to do. Take what from all of this, what is actually arriving in your vibration and allowing your energy field, your vibration to connect. What pieces of this do you need to make your vibration work? Because not every attitude, not every vibration is going to work for everyone. It's not going to work for everyone. You're going to take pieces of what I tell you, make yourself your own little, your prosperity little attractor here, and then allow yourself to pull that towards you. I do a lot with Joe Vitale. He has the whiteboard thing that he does, and I think it works quite well. I think it works extremely well doing the whiteboard. And what you do on the whiteboard is you sit quietly and you envision a whiteboard in front of you. And by envisioning this whiteboard, by envisioning this, you actually start putting things on the whiteboard. I'm not going to achieve this. I'm not going to do that. Oh, you just keep putting this stuff on this whiteboard. Just put it all on there. Things that you think about, things that are bothering you, things that are disrupting your vibration. Put it on the whiteboard. And then when you get enough on there, take an eraser and just start erasing the whiteboard. Start erasing it till you can come back to a clear whiteboard. What you're doing is erasing what's in your vibration. You're telling yourself that. That's through affirmations. That's through connecting to your higher self. That's through connecting to situations within your life. Figure out what works for you, what connects to you in the vibration for you. And when I teach mediumship and I teach people how to do this and how to work with spirit, how to connect to spirit, you're not going to work the same way I do or somebody else in your class. You're not going to do that. You're going to take the information I give you and you're going to work exactly how you personally feel that you need to work with through this for you. Not for me, not for someone else, but actually for you. Because you'll keep it up. If I tell you to do this certain affirmation, do this exercise, do this, and you start doing it and you don't feel, yes, doesn't work for you, it doesn't quit for you, you're not going to keep doing it. You're not going to keep putting that vibration in motion. You're not going to keep doing that. What you're personally going to do is you're going to stop. And then you're not going to get anything cleaned, or you're not going to propel it within your vibration. So, whatever you propel in motion, whatever you personally put in motion, make sure that you like it. I do affirmations. I do a lot of affirmations in my life, but I like doing those. I make myself exactly what I feel works for me. I get a piece of paper, I write down the I am prosperous, I am this, I am that. And I collect a lot of the affirmations. And when I get up in the morning, I say them. During the day, I'll say them again. At nighttime, before I go to bed, I'll say all my affirmations again. I continually reinforce them into my being every single day, every day. So I'm trying to raise the vibration, trying to raise the energy and to clear things away from me that are going to hinder my growth from moving forward. And that's either through relationships, situations, and things in your life to keep you away from, I keep saying, keep, keep you away from situations in your life that would throw you completely off base. It just keeps you away from stuff. It keeps you at a different rate, but you keep you away from it so you can understand where you're going, so you can personally make a decision if that's where you need to be, instead of just rushing into something in your life. So it's the whole thing of understanding that your divine self. When you entered this earth plane, most of us chose life lessons. We chose life lessons to go through. We wanted to learn from. We also chose life lessons for the group, the group energy, the group vibration. We chose energy for them because we're going to go through something for them to help them as a group. Because if you read the Bible, which my father made me read it, where two or more are gathered, there I am. There I am. So when two or more of us come back to this earth plane to help in a specific situation in the vibration, the energy is embodied at a great speed. And we might be collateral damage. We might have things happen in our lives that, oh my God, Lou, you don't understand what went on with my life. Sure, it's the vibration of we were collateral. We were collateral damage. It's not some kind of karmic situation that, oh my God, Lou, it was karma. No. What happens is sometimes we are just part of the group energy trying to help the group. Never was meant for us to take it to heart, to put it in our vibration and keep it there in that empty box, that box that you got stored in a room that you've had in there for 20, 30 years without anything on it. And you've stored it there for many, many years. And not once have you looked into it. That is the boxes you need to get rid of. You need to allow them to be. I have a client of mine. She's got a storage bin here in Florida. She hasn't been in Florida in 30 years. She's got this big storage bin that she pays $200 a month on for 30 years. And I asked her the other day, I said, what's in the bin? She goes, I don't know. I said, you still paying $200 a month? She goes, yeah. I said, what's in it? She goes, I think there's keepsakes. I said, do you know? She goes, no. So, but that we're like this lady. We're keeping things. We're making our payment. We're subconsciously or consciously, we're making a physical payment to this, to keep it there, to put it there, and to keep it, and to drag it with us through our lifetime, to drag it. So we have to explain to our guides. I tell guides, highest and best guys, is there something I missed, something I should have seen, something I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? And allow my guides, my protectors, the people to run out and show me if there's something that I need to personally do or put in motion to move further down the path. Because that's really why we're here. We're not here to be stopped on the path, knocked on the path, dropped on the path. We are actually here to walk the path, not to crawl, not to sit, but to walk the path. And we have to get down the path, kicking or screaming, but we're still going to get down this path. But the journey down the path should be extremely comfortable. Comfortable. Not just, oh, maybe it's going to work. No, comfortable. Our journey should be comfortable. Sure, we have life lessons and challenges within our lives, even at this point in our lives. With the COVID and all this stuff going on right now, and all the energy and all the vibration that's happening in the world, doesn't mean we have to put that on our blackboard. Doesn't mean we have to put it there. We can look at it, we can understand it, but we can erase it. Doesn't mean we have to go there. And spend months after month allowing energy into our system to throw us off balance. Then we'll be off balance for a while. Then things start to move into the work field. If you do a little bit of chakra training, a little bit of chakras and chakras within your system, chakras move at a different rate. They're like bicycle spokes, like bicycle wheels. And different wheels have different spokes in them, different numbers of spokes, 90, 180, different spokes within each chakra. Now, those chakras slow down enough, and you've allowed your energy to slow to get into this like terrible space. Those wheels start to slow. They don't stop, they start to slow. Then things can get through the both spokes. Things can be thrown into your being through the spokes. You're just looking to keep yourself running out of vibration that allows you to knock things away from you and only take on the things that you feel is best for you. And that's the thing I'm saying is affirmations, these vibrations within your life, connecting to your higher self, finding out who your guides are. When I teach mediumship, it's your gatekeeper. It's your doctor, your physician, your alchemist, the one that creates things for you. The alchemist, me and my alchemist, we're on first name basis because he's the one that's going to create my health, my prosperity, my relationships, my different things within my life. That's my alchemist. That is the person that's part of my vibration. That's first name basis with them. Sure, I have a gatekeeper, Jeff, who's always been part of my vibration, but he's part of the vibration of being there with me. But I also have a physician, somebody who takes care of my health, that works with me and keeps me healthy. So I need to be on a not first name. You should understand what they're trying to do for you. And remember, it's all kind of repetition. It's repetition because we have to watch the repetition within our lives. If you see the letter six and then a six shows up again, then you see six on the TV, then you see six again, the six keeps showing up, and you get in the store and someone's selling a lottery ticket, and you go, "What are the numbers on the lottery ticket?" They said six. You buy the ticket because there's a reason that you were placed at that moment, that vibration in our lives. And we don't look at that anymore. We don't watch what's going on. We just move through our life, busy on our phones, our head down, walking through life, walking through the vibration without looking at what's going on around us. And when we're asking our guides for highest and best, the connection to the higher sort of vibration, we have to really look at this and go, okay, what do I need? That is not being selfish. Remember that. It's not selfish. You telling people, what do I need? It's not being selfish. It's not being this vibration. Understand that you're asking for you. And the guidance on what to do once you receive it. Think of your life as you've got a safe on the other side, this large safe. You've got the number to it. You got the combination to that safe. And once you figure out how your vibration works and gets put in motion and how you work with attracting in your life, you're able to figure out the combination, be able to go in and collect things from the vibration. But remember, we all have this same, you're not collecting something that belongs to someone else. You're collecting what actually belongs to you, not somebody else, but you. I'll have people tell me, said, "Oh, Melissa, I shouldn't ask for too much because, I could be taking it away from someone else." You're asking for what is best for you. And then the guidance on what to do with it once you get it. Because if you ask for everyone in your life, said, "Lewis, if I got money, I would help the church, and I would help my brother, and I would help this one, and I would help that, and I would help this." If people around you in situations in your life have a life lesson with that, they have a life lesson with you giving them the money, they have a life lesson with that. It might be years before the money actually arrives in your life, arrives in your vibration, before you actually get the money. Ask for you and the guidance of what to do with it once you receive it. And then watch what appears in your vibration. And I'm telling you, not all the time, it's this whole thing like this straight shot to God knows where. It's usually follow the breadcrumbs. It's usually what it is. It's follow the breadcrumbs, follow the vibration, follow the breadcrumbs. So you might get to one part to have to go to a different part to go to something else to get to where you personally need to be. It sometimes is not this straight shot. Your guides will bring somebody in your life that you have a connection to, and they take you to somebody else and introduces you to somebody else. And this is the person that's got the thing you need. But you've had to make that journey through all these people, just through situation. But you follow the journey that makes sense to you, not the journey that takes you on some kind of excursion into the weird wilderness. My mother used to tell me many years ago, there are different types of psychics and mediums. There are the mediums that get your ticket, get you to the plane, but once you land in a different country, there's no hotel to stay at. There's nowhere to go. You're lost in the jungle and probably taken prisoner. You're released from being held as a prisoner. You eventually get back to the plane, get back home, and you've lost your luggage. But then there are the mediums that get you to where you need to be, get you on the plane, get you to the beautiful resort, give you all the wonderful things you need to know, then get you back on the plane and get you home safely with your luggage. That is what you need to do for yourself, not believing that you have to lose everything to gain it. Sure, we have to go through things in our lives because those are life lessons, challenges we chose for ourselves. But doesn't mean we have to keep impelling about in our lives, keep going in the same direction within our vibration. I have a friend of mine that she's gone through bankruptcy at least 4 times. She hasn't learned from the first time going through bankruptcy, so she keeps just going through it instead of stopping, taking a breath, figuring out exactly why she keeps following the same journey, the same vibration within her life. Why do you keep following that? Why do you keep going in that direction? You have to test yourself. If you keep attracting people in your life that are broken and you have to be Mother Teresa, ask yourself why. Why are you attracting this? Why are you propelling this stuff within your life? Not because it's some kind of life lesson or some kind of karmic situation for you. Why do you keep attracting the same vibration? Because sometimes we don't give it a chance. People will come out of relationships, and before the relationship and the ink is dried on the paper, the divorce papers, they're already back in another relationship. They have never given it a chance to take a breath, regroup, rebalance, reset from the vibration. So you always have to look, find the road that you're on. That's that timing, I tell you. Sit still, take a breath, relax, figure out the journey. Figure out the journey that you would like to see. You want a beautiful home, beautiful relationship? You want perfect health? How much money do you need? What do you personally need in your life? Get a vision of that. Get a vision of that already in your vibration. Get a vision of it. When I was getting ready to move at one time, I would put the picture of the house right on my computer. It was my screen for my computer. So my computer was kicked on, the house would come up. My picture of what I would feel would be the house. We got a house very similar to what I had pictured. But I kept putting that picture up, so every day I turned the computer on, I would see that picture. I would see that vibration already here, already in my auric field, already part of my vibration. Back in the day, I used to send letters to chambers of commerces at different towns that I thought that I should be in. What I did with that, it comes down with psychometry. By me writing it, I had put my energy into this envelope, my energy. Now, my energy has traveled all the way to the place that I wanted to go. Now, somebody there that lives there, that has a connection to that place, opens my letter, reads it, puts their energy into it, sends me some information. They take time to pick it up, put it in an envelope, they send it back to me. That way, I've made a connection to that part of the world. I made a connection to that part of the world. If you want to travel somewhere and you feel like I don't have the money to travel there, send a letter there. Send some energy out ahead of you to that space, to that vibration. Send energy out ahead of you. Allow your guides to know, I like to have that. I like to put that in my vibration. That's how it fits the vibration. It's like understanding the affirmations, the things that you do in your life, the things you put together within your vibration. What are you asking for? And if you haven't gotten what you've asked for, then kind of rearrange it. Ask maybe just ask for one thing. Say, no, I would like to have that or better. Maybe you're asking for too much. Maybe the timing isn't quite right with what you're asking for, because usually within 2-3 weeks, your guides will answer you. They will propel in your life what they feel is best for you. They will propel in front of you a repetition. And people want to be hit in the head. They want to be, oh my God, it's here, Lou. No, it's usually somebody offering something. You drive past a car and there's a name on the back of the car. That name appears again. You see it on TV. You see it somewhere else. It keeps appearing. It gets your attention. Your guides want to get your attention before they actually bring it. That's what they're doing. They're getting your attention. So you're looking for things that get your attention, what gets your vibration. But you're just watchful. That's all. And doing the affirmations, doing the clearing of the vibration. You're learning how to turn the dials on the safe. And within that safe is your prosperity, your relationships, your vibrations within your life. But you're learning how to decode the combination on your personal safe. It'd be really cool if we ended up in this airplane and we remembered it and we just went over and opened it. But we don't. We don't remember the combination. We get here, we forget the combination, because sometimes we're born into craziness in our lives. We have stuff going on in our lives that makes our life nuts. So we lose track of ourselves because we're traveling a path for everyone else, trying to help them, trying to get them to where they need to be. Some people move places in their life not because they need to move there. They move there because of family, because of other people, relationships, situations in your life, not because they were truly supposed to be there. Wasn't supposed to be their thing, but they have traveled there because of someone else. We work in our lives because maybe our father worked the same kind of job or somebody else worked the same situation. We work in situations because that is what everybody else in our family did. We just follow a journey that was already there. We just didn't choose it for ourselves. But we are there. We're part of the vibration. And when you understand that you can change it, you can tell your guides. But get ready. You start telling them, they start reinforcing the vibration. Because when I teach the 9-year cycles, you take your birthday. If you're 46 years old, it means you're in your first year of a 9-year cycle. 4 and 6, 10, 1 and 0, 1. So you're in the first year. First year, it's when your guys give you the credit card. They give them to you. They allow you to go pick up whatever you feel like you need to pick up. So if you're in your first or second year of a cycle, your process is setting up the foundation. Fifth year of the cycle, you get rearrange the foundation. Then you end up in the new year of the next cycle, and you get to reset the foundation again. But every first 2 years of a cycle, fifth year are key years. It's when you get to rearrange things. You get to reset, re-envision, figure out if it's been working for you. Did you put the right stuff in? Did you do the right things that you needed to do? If not, tell your guides. Doesn't mean you have to build with it today. Doesn't mean you have to say, oh my God, Lou, I'm going to build with that today. You have to build with that today, but you want to throw enough in the room that when you get a chance and need to build with it, it's there for you. It's already sitting in the room with you. That's why you want to get rid of the boxes, the things that have different names on them, different situations on them, or maybe no name at all. Get rid of the things you no longer need and no longer have in your vibration. If you're living somewhere and you're completely miserable, all you're doing is subconsciously telling yourself, I'm miserable, I'm miserable, I'm miserable. And pretty soon your guys only hear, I'm miserable. That's all they hear. And all of a sudden you just get miserable. You get that. You don't get the stuff you really need. You just get what you are subconsciously telling them. When I was taking care of people in my life, I was working 3, 4 jobs. My God, it was just crazy. And I just kept thinking I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Until I changed my mind thought. I did the scrubbing of the thing, moving stuff, doing stuff. And I eventually started going down to 3 jobs, to 2 jobs, to 1 job. It took me a year or 2 to get down to that, but I kept scrubbing away at it, saying, no, I shouldn't have to do all this. I shouldn't have to do this. It's not part of my contract. I would think I tell my guides, I tell them, I said, if I signed a contract, then you should show it to me. Then I want to see my signature. I want to see it. If I signed that personal contract, I want you to show it to me. I want you to put it right out in front of me so I can see it. Because I think we all agree to things in our lives, but it doesn't mean we have to take the same journey that we agreed on. We can take a different journey, a different vibration, different connection to it. You might be wanting to be sick in your life at the age of 68, saying, I need to go through that. But how sick? How do you want to go through this? Maybe a day of being sick and then move past it? How do you want to see this? Maybe you wanted a life lesson with relationships. You're supposed to have a relationship through your whole life and be miserable your whole life, or you're just supposed to go through a little bit of it and move on to something very positive. The question is, how long do we have to torture ourselves? People torture themselves. They do through this lifetime. They keep torturing themselves with situations within their life, not really understanding that they can change it. You might come driving on a horse and buggy, but you can end leaving this earth plane driving a Cadillac. Doesn't mean you have to drive the horse and buggy all the way to the end of the road. You can change up. You can trade up. You can change the vibration they're telling you. But it's true that changing the mind thought. When I was dealing and working with hospice a lot of years of my life, I would touch base with people that were dying, that were going to the spirit world. And I remember everybody, a lot of people, it's what they were believing at the end of their life, what their mind was set on at the end of life is what they were experiencing when they closed their eyes and ventured to the spirit side of life. I had a pastor, Baptist pastor, passing to spirit. And when I touched base with him, he was sitting waiting for his Jesus to come across the crystal sea. So I was visioning this in my view, and I talked to him. I said, "Who are we waiting for?" He said, "Jesus." I said, "Okay." So it took a little while. I kept touching back in with him, and sure enough, the boat was coming across the crystal sea. I thought there for a moment I was going to see Jesus, but it wasn't Jesus. It was his brother. His brother came to get him, collect him, bring him to the other side. And his brother explained to him what was going on. But it's his belief, what he knew, how he was supposed to be picked up. I've had people work their way into the spirit world, cutting away at things, believing that they needed to work their way into heaven instead of just taking the path to the front gate. People beat themselves up because they feel like they've done so much bad here. And then they beat themselves up only to find out that the bad wasn't really for them. They put themselves through craziness throughout their life for one instant, for one situation that happened in their life, and they lock themselves away. They lock their vibration away and spend their life in this whole terrible situation. Then they venture to the spirit side of life, still taking that with them. And then having to sit on the other side until angelic presence can help them clear it. Things can be cleared and things can be regrouped, and that could take years while you're sitting in this space on the other side, trying to get yourself to move forward. It's what you think at the end of your life, what you think. It doesn't mean that anyone's dying anywhere soon, but it's what you're thinking at the end of your life when you get ready to make that journey to the spirit world. What do you envision on seeing? Do you treat yourself really bad? Do you feel like you've been this terrible person and you need to regroup or rebalance? How are you treating yourself? That's that whole vibration of the whiteboard, of getting rid of all the craziness within your vibration. We have to allow ourselves to get rid of it, to move it, to rearrange it, to reset it. If we allow ourselves to do that, then by the time we get to the spirit world, by the time we walk off, we can walk off with our head high, moving off into the spirit world, knowing that we did the best we could with what was handed to us, that what was given to us in this lifetime. We did the decisions that we thought were best. So don't feel guilty about situations that have happened in your life. You can't go back and fix them. You can't go back and dig somebody up that's past the spirit and say, "Oh, you did this to me." How is it affecting you? Something in the past. How does it affect you? I've had a lot of abuse in my life through parents and people and situations within my life when I was a kid. Do I go dig them up? Tell them what they did to me? They know what they did to me. But or do I forgive them? Not forget what they did to me, but forgive them. Forgive them so I personally can move forward. So I can move forward in my life instead of sitting somewhere. I'm telling you, because when I was a kid, me and my other brothers, we went through hell, hell on earth. Let me just tell you. But the question is my brothers held on to it, especially my older one, and he just got himself so sick, so ill in his life that he just passed the spirit. He didn't have to pass the spirit. He made his body so miserable that he just left. And that's what we do to ourselves. We make ourselves sick. We make ourselves ill. We make ourselves not wanting to be here. And then we end up on the spirit side of life. If you tell your guides long enough and a lot, your guides will take you to the spirit side of life. You keep telling them you don't like it here, well, they'll start gassing up the car. They'll come for you. They'll come for you. So you got to remember, it's what you're telling your guides, what you're telling yourself. If you keep telling yourself that you're miserable, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're all this, you will be tired, miserable, and exhausted. You have to tell yourself and be able to keep telling yourself, even though things aren't working out the way they should, keep telling yourself that it is here. It is coming. It is here. Keep telling yourself, because if you don't, you keep falling down into that vibration of wandering down the little rabbit hole. Because we're dealing with what was in our vibration through our lives. We're connecting to our higher self, but we're also grounded to this earth plane. Can't just jump off the earth plane. We're still here. We still have a journey to make things happen in our lives. That we do. If you don't like your life and you're not supposed to leave yet, guys can make you sick, can make you comatose. You can be in a bed. Your energy will still be here. You might not be able to function or be able to take care of yourself, but your energy will still be here. So it's how you want to make the journey in your life. How do you want to make that journey? Not how everybody else thinks you should. How do you want to make it? Then allow your guides to understand that. Be, be, be forceful with your guides. The spoken word. In the beginning, there was the word, the spoken word. You can go through this whole affirmation thing of going through your head, but speaking it into the spirit world, speaking it. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am this. Say that out loud to the spirit world. Allow them to hear it. Use the vibration of your voice. I do a lot of singing, a lot of stuff with music in my life. The question is the voice, my voice, different people's voices are different than anybody else's voice. Your voice is completely different, a different octave, a different vibration, a different energy. When you say the spoken word, your voice vibrates at a vibration for you. It's your vibration that you're throwing out into the spirit world. It doesn't get lost somewhere. It is your vibration of what you're propelling into the spirit world. They hear you, but you have to believe that they have got your back. You got to believe that you deserve this. You really want this. Yeah, I really need this. And then allow yourself to move yourself in that direction. When I have people that say, Lewis, I want a relationship, but then a relationship appears in your life and they go, that's not the one. Really? Did they just appear from out of the blue? Did you give them a look? Maybe that wasn't a relationship, but maybe they knew somebody that was going to be your relationship. Doesn't mean we have to take whatever actually shows up at the store window, but we should at least look what comes with it, what maneuvers itself in the vibrations. Because sometimes guides have to send runners with stuff. It isn't the runner you're going to tackle, it's the stuff they're bringing with them. So it's what gets brought with the vibration. And when you're looking for health, what appears in your life to bring you this whole connection? When I was 28 years old, I was I was getting ready to go in the wheelchair because of the stuff I've got going on with my legs and things. But the question is I told my guys, I said, no, 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 no. I'm not supposed to go in the wheelchair. Marie, I just got married. Marie wasn't going to push me. She wasn't going to push me around the wheelchair. So I knew that I had to be walking. So I told my guy, I said, oh, I didn't sign up for this. You show me the contract. Didn't sign up for this. You need to show me who needs to help me. And this this chiropractor showed up with a new thing that he was doing. And I've never even been near a wheelchair since. But he was only in my life for the short term because he was young. And not long after I became very healthy, very good, he passed to spirit. And I always felt that he was sent from spirit to help me. But I need to pay attention because he was sent and I was paying attention to what guides were trying to send me when I asked for it. When I asked. And remember, you have to be very specific of what you want with money. Remember, the voice has a vibration, money has a vibration. It has a vibration. A dollar bill vibrates at a different rate than a $100 bill does. Just vibrates at a different rate. So it's what you're asking for. You just want money? Guys can give you a couple of quarters. As far as your guy's concerned, you got money. Ask for a figure that you personally, and I tell people, I do this, I've had to do this in my life. Sit quietly. Ask for whatever figure you think. $1 million, 500,000. What do you think? What do you think you need? Then close your eyes. What do you tell yourself? What do you tell yourself? Or take the figures of money. $1 million, 500,000, whatever you feel the money, write them on a piece of paper. Fold them so you can't see them. Fold them so you can't see them. Wish them around in a basket, pick them up, hold on to them. Ask yourself, can I personally accept this? Yes or no? First thought, first impression. Can you accept it? You might find out things that you've asked for, you might not be able to accept subconsciously. You're trying to figure that figure that they have for you, that vibration they have for you. You're trying to get to that's probably the second level of the safe. The first combination on the safe is allowing yourself to believe that you can have it. To believe that you can have it. The second number on that safe is to be watchful of what they're trying to bring into your vibration. And the third one on that, the third little number, is your destination. Who is around you? If you have people that are broke as church mice, and you're living with these people, and you're right in the midst of them, you might have a trouble attracting prosperity. If you're living in a household that everybody in the household is divorced, everybody is not in a really good relationship, it doesn't really work in this area where you are. That means that you've placed yourself into that area and you're trying to get a relationship that works. Move to a different neighborhood. Move to a different vibration. Don't stay there. Move. Allow your guides to move you to another vibration. Everything about what we do in our lives is connected to what we do. I would never go out in the street and yell and scream angrily at situations because all I know is that word, that yelling, that word from yelling is going to revert back into my energy field. It will, because I've voiced my opinion. Now it'll revert back to me. Sure, we allow people to be. My mother used to say, we really don't want to wish evil on anyone, Lou. We just wish they win the lottery and move away. Not evil, just win the lottery and move away. Not wishing evil, just move away. Or Spirit to give us enough money so that we can move away. So we're not asking evil on anyone. We're just asking for Spirit to place us where the people we need in our lives. Sometimes we are venturing somewhere in our lives where the people really don't fit us. Our job doesn't fit us. People around us don't quite fit us. But we're there. We're in our vibration. That's why you have to have that special little place you go in your head or a little space in your home where you go and you can sit and take yourself to another vibration, another energy field, allowing yourself to propel a positive vibration within your vibration, whether you're in a negative situation or not. When I was a kid, the parents used to come after the people used to come after us. And in this old house we had, it had this walk-on closet that was hid up underneath the stairs. This closet is a little small door, but you get into it. I was small. I could get into the hall. I would hide way back in the back of the closet, and they would look for me to do stuff to us. But I would hide in there. But that was my little secret hiding place. And I'd be able to meditate. I'd be able to get a higher vibration. Eventually, things changed in my life to move people away. They were no longer there bothering us. But the question, it took time. But during that time, a little crazy. Yeah. So we have to realize that sometimes we're in relationships and we're there. We can't get out. We're stuck. We're in this vibration and we have to take care of someone. I had a lady taking care of her mother. Her mother was extremely abusive, but she felt like she had to take care of mom. I said, dear, you need to allow your guides to help you with this. She said, well, I can't afford to put her in her home. I can't afford to put her somewhere because I can't afford that. I said, allow your guides to work with you. Eventually, some lady showed up, said that she would take care of her mother. She filled out all the paperwork for her mother, and her mother's stay was obviously paid for in a beautiful home through the government, and this daughter didn't have to pay a dime. But for a while, she thought that she had to put up with all this abuse in her life, and she didn't. We have to realize that we are not supposed to be abused. We're not supposed to be beat up and used here. We're supposed to help, but we're not supposed to be dragged behind the station wagon for a few miles. We're not supposed to do that. So when you're doing this, doing the affirmations, doing this, writing down on a piece of paper, first thing you should do in your life is write down, what do you need? You could do that this week or sometime here in the near future. What do you feel like you need? Not what other people think you need. What do you need? Write it down. Perfect health, prosperity, money, relationships, anything you need. Put it on a piece of paper. Very end of it, write or better. Fold the paper towards you because you personally accept it. Throw that away. Write yourself out some affirmations. Get yourself a little affirmation thing you're going, get going. Get that going in your vibration to clear the energy, to clear the vibration, clear it. Then every once in a while, ask yourself questions. Get quietly. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself? Does somebody say, I'll tell you something, and you go, oh my God, I'll never get that. You're telling yourself that. You could probably have that, but you subconsciously or consciously telling yourself, I'll never get that. I'll never be able to have that. And once you say it enough, It becomes that little block, that little vibration within you. You have to clear that. You have to break that away, break it away. And it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen like, oh my God, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on clearing and moving and rearranging and resetting. But I'm in a better place than I was 10 years ago. I'm in a better place, a better vibration than I was. And I know that when I get to the spirit world, I'm going to hold my head up high and wander into the spirit world. Sure, we all go through a review, but a lot of the review in our life is review of all the people we helped through either consciously or subconsciously throughout our lifetime. And it shows us what we did, but it will show us the avenues that we could have taken, or the road we could have traveled, or the road we could have gone if we would have just looked up. The journey in our lives does not have to be miserable. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be miserable. It should be awesome. Awesome in our lives. That's what it should be. Not miserable. A lot of people around have miserable lives. They have terrible lives and they don't know what to do with them because they keep reinforcing that vibration of not enough. I can't achieve this. I can't. And or we keep telling ourselves, well, I should have done that. The should haves. I should have done that. I should have done this. Well, if you need to do something in your life, your guides will be so repetitious, they will move heaven and earth for you if you're supposed to be somewhere. If you weren't supposed to be there, they didn't move heaven and earth for you. Let it go. Let it be. Move on to something else. Look at a different horizon. Look at a different picture. Don't look at the same vibration thinking, oh my God, I should have that. I should get that. If it hasn't arrived by now and your guides haven't moved heaven and earth to get you there, move on to a different thought, a different vibration in your life. Get yourself there. Don't stay in the same thing. I tell people it's the screen door in our lives. A lot of us are hanging on the screen door trying to push it open. And it's only when we take our time, step away from the door. It says pull, never said push. It's when we aren't getting things working in our lives, it's time to step away, step back, take a look at it, ask ourselves, okay, this isn't quite working. Let's do this. Let's do this. Tell your guides, be specific with them. Guide them in a direction because your guides want to help you. That's why the 10 to 15 guides follow you. They're your helpers. Then you have family members. Most of them have good common sense. Not all your family members have good common sense, but some of them do. You need those. Because they love you. They want to help you. So you got all this group of people that are following you, gathering you down the path. They're going to drop things, put things in your life, get you to where you need to be. Bless you. But you have to be able to accept it. When they give you the combination to your safe, do you remember it? I keep telling Spirit, I'm getting older now. I'm getting a little forgetful. So could we get the combination before I get to a point that I can't remember it? Can we get to the point? But I've opened my safe. I'm wandering around in there and I'm trying to figure out what I need. Same thing with you. What do you need? What do you envision in your life? Envision greatness, envision awesomeness. Don't envision just getting by or scraping by every 2 minutes. Envision yourself to where you personally need to be, that you feel would be awesome for you to move in that direction. And you might not get directly to it at the first stop, but there might be a couple of detours, but you'll get there. You have that thought in your head that I'm going to get there. I've asked for $1 million or better in my life. I've asked that for quite a few years. I haven't got it yet, but I'm on my way towards it. I know that. I have a knowing within my body I'm heading towards it. I know that. I don't know how it's going to get here. I don't have to know. I just know that it's going to be here. And I know that. So you have to have that knowing that you're there. So I hope today I helped you a little bit about understanding the laws of prosperity and your divine self, because you guys have more power than you can imagine if you just unlocked the power. Start telling your guides, okay, there's something I need to know, something I need to do with my prosperity and my growth of my life. You should show me. Then you watch what enters your life repetitiously and gets your attention. But allow yourself to believe that you can achieve greatness in your life, and understand that. And I hope you guys enjoyed today. We did get a few people on today. That's awesome. We'll get other people learning how to be part of this. So I'm gonna. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today, and we'll be here next week. I know the topics on my website, and if I tell people if there's something you would like to learn about or have a connection to, I do have a thing of affirmations that I have here, a copy of affirmations. If you would like that, I could send it to you in an email. If you would like that, just email me and I'll send it to you in an email, and you can have all these affirmations, and then you can pick and choose from those affirmations if they work for you. So I hope you enjoyed today, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Samsung. Thank you.